Hey guys, my name's Alex if you're new. I'm gonna be doing a makeup look. I was gonna say inspired by. This is the makeup that I am just imagining Miley is wearing underneath those sunglasses in that first shot of Flowers. Okay. I just need a little moisture on my lips. Real dry. Auric Plush Ritual in the shade Bare. Everything's linked down below. Quickly before we get into it, if you could give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel if you haven't, leave a comment. You can say nice things, you can say horrible things. It's really up to you. And turn on notifications if you are subscribed and you haven't turned them on. Otherwise, you might not see my stuff. Thanks, YouTube, for making it easy. We're gonna get right into it. Flowers. This image right here is just like such a vibe. Like she just opens up with such a vibe and I love it so much. She's wearing sunglasses through like the majority of the video. And then at the end of the video, she has very like clean, gorgeous skin and she looks fresh faced and she's got like wet hair. But I feel like a lot of us know Miley is known for this like really gorgeous, like jewel toned eyes with like if it's not a bold lip color, it's a juicy lip. It's a statement lip, statement eye a lot of the time. So I'm gonna be using that information and also some color inspo from that opening shot to create the look that I just am gonna pretend she's wearing under those sunglasses, okay? So I'm actually gonna be starting off with my eyes and I'm gonna prep my under eyes while I do my eyeshadow. I'm using the Sephora, what is this? The Cucumber Eye Mask. These are just going to hydrate underneath my eyes and also just kind of like catch any fallout. I doubt we'll have any though, because we're gonna be using Lisa Eldridge today. Okay, so I'm gonna prep my eyelids with the P. Louise base. Very loud. This is the Blank Canvas Primer in the shade Rumor 01. I actually think I'm gonna start doing my eyes again, like first, and I don't know why, it's just a feeling, and I just feel like it's right. I feel like it's right. Okay, one of the best things about Miley's makeup looks is it really plays up her beautiful eye sockets. She's got great eye sockets. She has a lot of room to work with. And she has like a really nice definition up here. So I'm really gonna be playing into that. As far as color goes, I'm going to be using that first frame as color inspo. There's a lot of like really beautiful gold tones, but also kind of like dirty, earthy, almost green, gold. We have like some bronze happening. Palettes that I'm gonna be using, I'm probably gonna be using a couple of the new Lisa Eldridge palettes. In particular, this one. I'm very much feeling these two colors right now. So I'm gonna start off using my Rephr 14 brush and I'm going to dip into Raw Sienna from the Cinnabar palette to begin. And this I'm just going to use as kind of my transition base shade. I'm gonna place this just above where my eyes naturally crease. So right above that fold. And I'm really going to push this area right here back a bit and then kind of bring it down to meet that inner and outer corner. Now, using my Rephr 28 brush, I'm going to grab Fired Earth, this shade right here. This is her Seamless Matte formula. I'm gonna focus that on the tip of the brush and I'm gonna use that to kind of carve out my eye socket. Again, focusing it right above that crease. And then I'm just gonna really lightly bring it down. And this I want to really keep, not sharp, but like defined. I wanna keep it where I'm putting it. If I blow it out too much, we're really going to lose the effect of that defined eye socket. So I'm being very intentional with this placement. Okay, now I'm going to grab Mercurial, I don't know why I can't say it. Mercurial, it's the two R's, you know, I just can't. This shade right here. And I'm going to pat this all over the lid. I don't want this to get too blown out, so I'm focusing it closer to the lash line. God, that is so beautiful. Using my Sigma E54 brush, I'm gonna grab Ritual. This is a top coat. I'm gonna grab Ritual again from the Cinnabar palette. And what I'm gonna do is place this just above, like right in the crease, right in between the crease color and the lid color. So I'm gonna poke this basically around my eyeball because this is a little bit more of a soft gold color. And then I'm just basically going to like run my brush back and forth to blend those colors. But I'm not taking it up, I'm just kind of like buffing it around that crease. I'm not like covering that brown. And then I'm slowly going to buff that down onto the lid so that I'm blending, so that there's like a little bit of a gradient there. Can you see that? So we have like kind of like that nice like warm brown, we have that gold, and then it comes into this kind of like green, blue, turquoise color. I'm just gonna go in with a little bit more of Fired Earth on that 28 brush to really define this eye socket. And I'm not gonna worry too much about like blending everything out because I don't have my base on yet. So once we do the face, then I'll worry about all that. Okay, for my waterline, I'm gonna run Lancome Leading Lights Glitter Eyeliner. And then using my fluffy brush, I'm gonna grab that first color, Raw Sienna, and buff that on my lower lash line. And then I'm gonna grab my 28 brush and Fired Earth and buff that on the outer part of my lower lash line, but mostly keeping it on the outer half. Okay, let's go into the rest of the face before we finish off the eyes. Look where I break. I'm gonna remove these situations. I'm gonna mist my eyes with a little bit of MAC Fix Plus to make sure that this eyeshadow doesn't go anywhere. I should have grabbed this first. Okay, so to prime my face, I'm going to be, where's my card? I need my card. Ugh. I am going to prime my face with the MAC Studio Radiance Primer. So something that I really love about all of Miley's looks, I'm doing my neck just so that it's moisturized because this stuff feels nice, is that even when she has like a very, very glam look, eyes, lips, she still has like contour, bronzer, blush, all that stuff, but she has a very clean look. It isn't like heavily matte. It's definitely not a Kardashian look. So the first thing I'm gonna do is color correct underneath my eyes using my LA Girl Pro Conceal in Light Ivory. This is just for dark circles, so if you have them, use it. If not, so you can skip it. I think I want to start doing my eyes first in all of my makeup looks because it seems when I do my lower lash line, it prevents me from applying too much concealer, which is a problem that I have. Okay, so in keeping with this sort of like clean look idea, I'm going to use my Tarte Amazonian Clay BB Tinted Moisturizer. This is in the shade Ivory. I started using this again recently and I just like remembered how much I loved it. I'm applying that with my damp Ofra sponge or a damp Ofra sponge. It's mine, so, you know. So this is a tinted, well, it's a BB tinted moisturizer, whatever that means, but it also has SPF 20, which we all know doesn't really do much on its own. You should be wearing sunscreen underneath, but makes me feel like I'm doing something. And disclaimer, I'm only not wearing sunscreen because I'm inside filming all day with the blinds closed. So just using this to even my skin tone, not covering much. I'll go in and do some spot concealing later on. Okay, for concealer, I'm gonna use my L'Oreal Infallible, whatever this is called. This is in the shade Ivory. Everything's in Ivory. And I'm blending that out with the BK Beauty collaboration with Angie from Hot and Flashy. This is the A506 brush. I don't typically like a brush to blend concealer, but I actually really like this one. Then I'm gonna go in with a slightly damp brush, sponge. This is the top of the LC Cosmetics Velvet Sponge. I'm just gonna press that in. Want to make sure that everything is like nice and seamless. I also just kind of like finishing off with the added hydration. If your sponge is too wet, then it's going to break up that product though. So you want to make sure that it's not too wet. Okay, I'm gonna do something a little bit different than I usually do. I'm gonna use my NYX Wonder Stick. This is in Fair. And I'm going to kind of trace this around the whole perimeter of my face, being very careful around my freshly bleached hair. You can already see my roots coming in. I hate how that happens. It happens too quickly. This little thing has nothing to do with the Miley tutorial. This is something I'm trying. Blending those cheekbones. And then just going in with my sponge to make sure that that is all blended. All right, and I'm just gonna speed through my lip and nose contour. So you don't need to see that every time. All right, I'm just doing a little bit of refining with my my Fenty Matchstick in Amber. So I'm just carving out my cheekbones a little bit more. For blush, I'm going to use Pink Mushroom from Half Magic. This color right here. I feel like she's always got really beautiful peachy tones going on. And I'm going to be applying that with the Half Magic blush brush. And I'm going to focus it right here on the cheek. She's always got really beautifully poppin' cheekbones. And then whatever's left over, I'm just gonna tap it onto the apples of the cheeks. All right, now that I have the rest of all those colors on, I'm going to spot conceal. I'm gonna be using my Kosas concealer, which smells fine, by the way, and there's nothing in it. Just saying. This is in the shade O2W, and I'm gonna use my Rephr 23 brush to just do a little bit of spot concealing. All right, for underneath my eyes, I'm just gonna dust a little bit of the e.l.f. Hello Glow powder under there, just to kind of set them a little bit. I'm just gonna dust that around the center of my face. This is nice because it doesn't make you look matte. This powder, it just kind of sets everything. But it does have a really beautiful glow. If you're oily, it might not be a good powder for you, but I don't know, I feel like I've talked to a lot of people, and especially dry people love it. So I already applied a cream blush, but using a blush brush, which has a little bit of blush on it, which is a little bit close to the same color. I'm gonna pick up Exhilarate highlighter, which is a little dark for me, and I'm just gonna dust this. Not quite, I don't want to bring it in here because I don't want to accentuate texture, but right here I'm just going to dust it over my blush, because her cheekbones are always just so, her cheeks are just always so luscious. And then for the rest of the face, I'm going to use Enlighten, which is the lightest shade. It's quite vanilla, and Beamin. I'm going to pop this on the top of the cheekbone in a bit of a C shape. I'm gonna dust this just above my brow bone. Don't worry, I haven't forgotten about my brows. I'm gonna use my Rephr 03 brush to pop that in my inner corner, keeping it pretty intentional, so right there for a little bit of a pop. Right in my inner corner, and then I'm just going to kind of blend it up a little bit so that it meets that eyeshadow. Brow bone. And then a little bit in the center of my nose, because I started doing it and I like it. Because Selena is bringing back 2016 with these highlights, and I'm bringing back 2016 with this nose highlight. Okay? That's the plan. Okay, random product. This is the Model Rock Cosmetics Uptown Arch Define and Fill Brow Pencil, which I've had forever, and it's just the perfect color. I love it. It's so good. This one's in ash brown. So I'm gonna use this to kind of just shape them and lightly fill. Okay, I'm gonna set those with a little bit of my I almost said Dr. Bronner's. Oh my God. My Pears soap. And then using my Melt Perfectionist Brow Pen, I'm gonna do a little bit more, just kind of like refinement of the brows, especially at the arch and tail. Kind of just like deepening them up a bit, adding in some individual hairs so they're a little more balanced. So now that I have the rest of my face on, I'm gonna finish off the eyes. So I'm gonna grab that 28 brush with no additional product. I'm just gonna kind of like buff right here so that it's not like completely disconnected right there. Because I'm not trying to like wing stuff out or blow it out like way too much, but I just need it to be connected, not like disconnected like this side. So literally just buffing like in this motion, which just makes it look a little bit more one with the lower lash line. Oh, just stabbed myself in the eye. And then I'm gonna grab that first 14 brush that we used, and I'm gonna tap into a little bit of Raw Sienna, first color we used. And all I'm gonna do is just really lightly buff around the crease. So I'm not really adding like a ton more product. I'm just making sure that that's soft and blended, but not like losing that definition. For my to finish off my eyes, I feel like she sometimes wears lashes, probably like supplemental lashes a lot of the time. And I feel like a lot of her like really rock star looks are just with regular lashes. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna curl with my Rephr Lash Curler. And then I'm gonna go in with the L'Oreal Bambi Eyes Mascara. This is the waterproof mascara. Okay, it wouldn't be Miley if we didn't have a bold or juicy lip. I'm gonna go with a juicy lip because her lip look in the video is very like natural, but like juicy. In that beginning shot, she's got this like really beautiful, like kind of flushed pink, juicy lip. So that's what I'm gonna do. So for my lip liner, I'm gonna start off with Wherever Walnut from Makeup Forever. Okay, I'm gonna do a little bit of contouring with Total Taupe, also from Makeup Forever. And then I'm gonna finish off the lips using the About Face Lip Color Butter. And I'm just blending that out with my Rephr 21 brush. Okay, this is the finished look, up close. I struggled with the lip liner for a while because our mouths are completely different shapes. And I was trying to make it look like her. And I don't know if it worked. All right, guys, this is it for the look. What do we think? I think it's pretty dope. I love it. This is what I'm gonna pretend she's wearing underneath those sunglasses in those first few shots. I kind of want to make this a series where I do like makeup that I would do on this person, you know? I kind of want to do one for TikTok Says We Look Alike. The fuck is her name? Bridgers, Phoebe Bridgers. I want to do one for like Billie Eilish, like looks that I would do on that person, that I would want to see on that person, you know? I don't know, let me know if you would be interested. I hope you enjoyed. Let me know your thoughts. If you want to see that video that I was just talking about, like looks I would do on somebody. I have lots of celebrity recreations if you're interested in checking any of those out. I've also like streamed, not completely, but I've like been working on my playlists. So if you go onto my channel and check out playlists, it's like categorized by like eyeshadow, brows, complexion. I think it's just like base. I have like a bunch, like it's all organized. So I'm still like working on getting all of the videos like categorized under those playlists, but at least my most recent ones are. So I would recommend checking that out. Anyway, yeah, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. And hey, do me a favor, get off the internet. Go outside, take a walk. Hopefully it's not too cold where you are. And when you do feel like getting back on the internet, I'll see you in the next video.